Hey guys, Trevor Ward from Level Up. I am here today to teach you how to do backside ollies. There's a lot of people that want to learn backside airs, and this is a good one to start with. People try and learn with the early grabs. It doesn't work. We don't learn to early grab and do an ollie on flat, so let's not do that here. Work on backside ollies and build them up the ramp, and then eventually just put your hand where you need to, like nose grab, melon, indie, tail, stale, mute, whatever you want, cannonball. It's all to do with ollies. So if you can't ollie on flat, don't try and do airs on vert. When we skate vert, we're going to have our feet further apart, our stance a little bit further, especially with ollies. So basically what happens is our front foot and our nose are pretty much locked in together, so it pulls the board forward because we want to be over our front foot. When we early grab, we lean back on our back foot. So we don't want to do that. Skateboarding is a front foot sport, so we're going to be over the front foot. So looking at my feet, this is normal skating feet, right? But when I'm on vert, we widen our stance a little bit for ollies, right? My toes, they're not right over the edge, but they're right there so that I'll get a bit of scoop. See, I'm right in there so I can get some scoop with my tail. And my foot is gonna hold, the nose is gonna hold my front foot in there. All right, so this is the action. Ready, looking at my feet? Ready? I didn't even hit my tail, ready? I'm leaning over my front foot. You know when you roll along the street and you hit a bump and you can kind of like ollie off it, but you don't hit your tail? Ready? Again, this is what we're doing. What we're going to do is we're going to pretend this is the vert on the ramp, right? We're going to come up at an angle. A lot of people think they have to come straight up, ollie, and come straight down. Not when we're learning, right? We want to come up at an angle, almost 45, because then we're not doing 180 degrees. We're only doing 90 degrees. Because what happens is when we land and we lean on our toes, we're going to naturally turn in when we're on our toes. I'm heading towards the coping. Ready? All my weight's over my front foot. Bang. Up. All right, with the big curve, it's going to make it really easy to actually come up at an angle and come down at an angle because you just lean both ways. All right, and then as we get to the peak of our speed, that's when we kind of do that pressure ollie, and eventually we're going to get some bonk off the coping. You're going to roll through the coping. Okay, we're going up, we're lifting, we're doing that pressure ollie, and then we're going to bounce off the coping, and then we're going to come back in. This is the most embarrassing part for most people, is starting from the bottom. They don't want to do it, all right? I get it. Everyone's kind of happy with doing early grabs. Ready? Watch my early grab. I don't even think I can do it.
Caught in 4K, bro.
All right. All right, I haven't done an early grab since I was maybe 12 years old. Right, as soon as I learned how to do airs, that just changed my life. And you're probably saying, oh, you did early grabs. And I go, yeah, but I didn't know any different. And if I hadn't have wasted a year with doing early grabs, I would have got way better, way faster. So think about this. When you started skating, you wanted to learn how to do 50-50s. And you spent hours and hours and hours. And what I see is coaches and parents and everyone else teaching early grabs because, oh, it's a quick fix. It's nothing like doing an air. Other people say kick, turn up and grab your nose. But this doesn't teach you how to pull your back leg out. So this is why backside ollies are super important. What we do is we're going to get our feet ready by pumping backwards and forwards, keeping it low, backwards and forwards. Get that front foot ready. We're going to be over our front foot. That's the most important thing. All right, so we're going at an angle, up, over the front and pull forward. All right, that's the key to this trick. You can learn it the way I just did it down here. It makes it easier up there. But we don't do as much when we go higher. Less movement the higher we get. Ready? So we build it up again. At an angle again. Coming down at an angle. I didn't die. I didn't go off the ramp. Right? So let's go again. Higher. We build our confidence. Okay, it doesn't matter how high we do this. It's just, we have to build the technique. Technique's number one with anything with skateboarding. If we understand the technique, it doesn't matter if we do it down here, or we do it right up there, or we do it 8 feet, 10 feet above like Jimmy Wilkins, right? It's the same technique. You're over your front foot like this, and then you're sucking that back foot up. Okay, so another thing people are asking, where do you look? Well, when you come up, you're looking to actually where you're going. So if you're going above the ramp, or if you're doing them down low, you're looking just above where you want to take off. All right, so that throws you to where you're going. If you look at the coping, say you go on the coping, you're not even going to hit the coping, you're going to be just below it. So we want to look about a foot above where we want to go. From there, where am I looking? Am I looking at my landing? You're watching your front foot, right? You'll see your front foot to where your landing is. Because I've been doing it for a long time, I can anticipate my landing. But if you're watching your front foot, the board, you know where you're going to land. It's in front of you, you're going forward, but making sure your feet are on the board, that's a big thing. All right, so looking, having a quick look, and then look to your landing. You can see it, right? You can practice just take off, and then bail, bail, bail. But take notice of these things, where your foot is. Is your foot at the front of the board? Or has it come back here? Or have you slid it up too far? Because you don't actually slide your foot, you just give it a little tweak. It's not like this, right? Unless you want to do a 1 foot ollie. I ain't gonna do that. But unless you're gonna do a 1 foot ollie, right? Or an ollie north, they call it these days. That's the only reason why you're gonna give it a good kick. You're only just pulling the board. It's just a good way to pull the board forward. Let's try and get this. We'll start with my first backside ollie. All right, guys, that was how to do a backside ollie. Learn that, and then I'll take you on to step 2 on how to do an air. But thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Give me some feedback. Hit me up. You can do online coaching with me as well. So, yeah, I can help you through the process. So follow Jada Ward on Instagram and Caden Hawker on Instagram, and give them a shout out, because those guys do amazing backside ollies. But hope this helps, and more free tips to come.